welcome to section 6, where we're going to build out an API in order to serve our model predictions. Now, there's quite a few new files and things we're going to be working with here. What I'm going to do is explain that a bit later, as well as some of the theory and architecture a bit later. And in this first lecture, we're just going to get things running and have a play. So make sure that you can see section 6, the model serving API directory, and within it, the house prices API. Depending on your operating system, open your terminal or your command prompt in administrator mode on Windows. And you can see that here I'm on Windows at the moment. I'm going to navigate over to the section 6 directory, and then within here you need to make sure that you're in the house prices API directory. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make sure that I've got Tox installed. You should have this installed from the previous section. Yep, already got it. And I'm going to run tox-e run. And we'll look at what this is doing under the hood further on in the section. I'm going to run this now. Be aware that I've already run this command, so it's installed the dependencies and set up a virtual environment, and therefore it spins up a server super fast. In your case, the first time you run this, because you're in a new directory, Tox is going to create a new virtual environment and have to install quite a few dependencies. So this command might take a few minutes to run. Once it's complete though, you should see this, the logs here of a running server, and we'll be explaining more about what Uvicorn is and that sort of thing further on this section. Next up, once this is running, you can open a browser and navigate to localhost 8001, and you should see welcome to the API. And then if you go to the link here to view the docs, you're going to see this Open API interactive documentation. And this shows us the endpoints of our API that we can actually interact with. So if I go to health, try it out, execute, and execute again, this shows me under the hood the command that's being run. It's a curl command, which is a tool for making HTTP requests. And the response I'm getting back is this response body. It's HTTP status code 200, so everything's working well. And we can see that we've got the name, the API version, and the model version here in our response. Because this is quite a simple API endpoint and it's a GET request, I can also just do this. And I get the same thing. Now, let's move on to something more complex. And we're going to have a look at this post request to a predict endpoint. And obviously, I'll be showing you more about what happens in this endpoint in the code very soon. But let's just try it out. Right, we go try it out here. We have this example request body, and you'll recognize these inputs to our housing prediction model. These are our features. And we have some sample data here as inputs. I'm going to go execute. I have to click execute again. It basically previews what's going to be sent in the request and the request body. So execute again, and then scroll down. And here's our response body. So we've got no errors. It's telling us the version of our model. And then here is our prediction from these inputs. So what's happening here is that our model, the package that we built in the previous section, is being made available and serving predictions through this API that we're running locally. And over the course of this section, I'm going to show you how that works. We'll look at the architecture and the implications, the things you could do, and we'll be introducing a really cool new technology called Fast API. Okay, there's a super quick introduction. Have a go at getting this running on your local machine, and you can interact here and change some of these inputs. Change this to 30. and when you do that you'll see the predictions change. So have a go at that, and in the next lecture we will look at some of the overall architecture that we're building out here.